Hello guys, and welcome here to the Jello Cup Series. This is race number 15 here today from the Milwaukee Mile. I'm Brian James here in the booth, and of course I want to iterate. Of course we had a 400 at Dover. We have a 400 here today. But of course this is the longest mile here, as this track kind of configured like New Hampshire in a way. Not really, but it's a long and slow mile long racetrack here. And Dylan Young, he will start from the pole today. To his outside will be Diego Yepes. A lot at stake. Of course, we go to Road America after this, much like the Lift National Series yesterday. We go to Road America next Sunday. Then after that we have a week and a half, after that we go to Darlington on Tuesday night. We were going to do Wednesday. We decided on Tuesday, of course, when that schedule got released. This was in order to allow a longer break for Thanksgiving. So after the Thanksgiving break, we'll be back on a Saturday. We'll be back at Daytona. So there's 3 straight races that are difficult. Then we have a doubleheader weekend at Pocono, our second and final one on the schedule. So kind of an interesting stretch here. Of course, we got to get through the tour of Wisconsin first, as we take on the Milwaukee Mile here today. And of course, let's start out by taking a look at your knockout qualifying results on your screen. And of course, you saw Austin Shaw, he advances. So does Giorgio Stumu, Tyler Rattray, Max Anderson, Keith Stevens, Willa Ruby Crouch, and Chris Smith. They all advanced to race here today. One guy you did not see on that list was Jordan Anderson. Jordan Anderson, with his win last week, moves into the top 33. And he, of course, bumps Dylan Ibrahimian, who was he was 4 points back entering this race. He unfortunately failed to qualify for the race, and that's a tough break for Dylan Ibrahimian. He's just had a rough go. Of course, second at he's had a rough week. I'm telling you, he had second on Tuesday night at North Wilkesboro in the Lift National. He was running second. He lost a handful of positions at the end of the Lift National race yesterday, and now he misses the race today. So just a tough stretch here for Dylan Ibrahimian. But up front, it's going to be Dylan Young and Diego Yepes as we get going here. 2 winners this season, looking to add some more playoff points. We'll see if they're able to do it in just a moment, as we're going to roll your intro first. Then we'll be back with your full starting lineup here in just a moment. You are watching the Gaming Collaboration Network, home of the Jello Cup Series.
Oh man, through turns 3 and 4, we're going to have ourselves another photo finish, and I believe this time the 43 Tim Randolph will win at Daytona.
The Lift National Series. Here we go. They make their way through turns 3 and 4. The pace car will peel off. And for the first time ever, the Lift National Series is green here at Daytona. The Hitachi Truck Series. And here we go. The pace truck is gonna peel off. And for the first time ever in GCN history, we have a truck series, and we are underway under the lights here at Daytona in Tuesday night heat. Start for us. Your GCN presentation starts right now. Here we go, the starting lineup. It'll be on the left-hand side of your screen. And of course, a big key here today, I want to iterate before we get going. You saw it here in the Lift National Series. Could we see it here in the Jello Cup Series? That bottom lane, you see the one that Dylan Young is on right now, how it's much darker than the lane that's just, it's a little bit darker than the lane that the double zero's in. That grip, could it help the guys to the inside? That's going to be the big question. As the green flag waves were underway at Milwaukee. Dylan Young will lead the opening lap, but he is under heavy pressure from rookie Jordan Anderson. Keep in mind, for Jordan Anderson, he's only done one part here. He's gotten into the top 33 with a win, but he's on that 33rd place bubble entering this race. And another thing to keep in mind, he's got to get in the top 30 to have a shot at the playoffs. Hence why he's putting the pressure on that too. If he gets another win, oh, the 41's in the wall. Just ran out of room, I think, and Matt Dixon brushes up against the wall. But I think he's going to hang on for the time being, as we got a battle for the lead. And again, I iterate, he only did part one. Jordan Anderson, he needs to get in the top 30, and a second win could help him get into the top 30, and in addition, put him basically in the playoffs. We'll see if he can do that today. Dylan Young clears and keeps second. Look who else is coming into the picture. Dustin Davis. That guy is the points leader by 87 points entering today. A win entering the next three races here could certainly put him in good shape. But he's got a little work to do in fourth. As you see, Diego Yepes got second. He hasn't won since Vegas, and he's kind of struggled. He hasn't been consistent, but he looks for his second win of the year, and if he could get that, Diego Yepes will for sure be in the playoffs as he looks for the lead, and he won't get it this time. Again, if Diego Yepes could get the win, I believe he's one of the guys with 5 playoff points. That won't get him in as we go through the next 11 races after today, 11 or 12 races till the playoffs. And he knows that, which is why he's putting the pressure on Dylan Young. And he'll look to the inside. He's going to force the issue. But you could tell that inside lane not working as well today for some of these guys. And Yepes again will try to dive it in. He won't get it this time. Jordan Anderson on the outside. He could make a run for second. And today it's bipolar compared to yesterday. Yesterday, the inside lane was the way around this track. Today it looks to be the outside, as Jordan Anderson still side by side for second back here, and it looks like he's going to get the position away once again. And now he'll set his sights on Dylan Young once again. And keep in mind, a second win for Dylan Young this season would most certainly solidify his playoff hopes. And now you see the 5 of Dustin Davis just went to third. Of course, we mentioned on Tuesday the bipolar opposite end of the point standings in both series. It's a tale of two stories. He's leading the points here by 87 entering today, and he's going to expand it if he can hang on to this position. Yeah, he's leading the points today in this series. And of course, over on the Lift National side, he was last in the points entering North Wilkesboro. But either way, he's toward the bottom of the standings in the Lift National series. So bipolar opposite ends of the spectrum there. But hey, in the Cup Series, it's always good to be leading the points. He doesn't have a win, though, and that's maybe what he's pressing for here today. Here we go. He's going to look low. Entering turn 1 and 2. The battle for second is on. But again, keep in mind that inside lane with this Cup package not working as well. Now Diego Yepes will go to the high side and look for third. And Jordan Anderson will now look for the race lead. Dylan Young, I don't think he expected that. Jordan Anderson's got the inside working. And guess what? He's going to make that inside work and take the lead away. I don't think Dylan Young expected that, and Jordan Anderson will go to the race lead. The rookie trying to make something happen. And behind him, that battle for second is heating up. Keep in mind, for Dustin Davis, while he's the current points leader, he would be the regular season champion if the season ended right now. He's looking one for padding entering Road America. But he also wants that padding entering Darlington, because Darlington is the next double points race on the schedule. And of course, a win for Dustin Davis, if he can hang on to the points lead through the rest of the year, it would put him at just about it'd put him in a pretty good advantage in the playoff point category. So there really is a lot at stake for him if he can win a race, and of course expand his points lead even more. And again, I've mentioned with Dustin Davis, I've never really seen anything. I've never seen anybody be so dominant entering a season, especially a rookie. And you see there they went side by side, but Dylan Young will prevail. Now he's still trying to set his sights on that 78. Of course, Jordan Anderson looking for back-to-back wins, which would put him, of course, for one, if it doesn't put this team in the top 30, at the very least, it'll put that 78 in the top 33 next season. Because keep in mind, if we keep the same points rules, these guys get rechartered starting next season. These cars get rechartered. Of course, Tier 1 is the playoff drivers, or the playoff cars, rather. Tier 2 is the cars that were 17. Tier 2 is 17 through 20, but of course, anyone with 2 wins or more, any team with 2 wins or more, falls into the next, or into Tier 2. Tier 3 is a random draw. A win by Jordan Anderson would put that 78 team in Tier 2, even if they miss the playoffs. As you saw there, though, Dustin Davis gets to second. And of course, keep in mind, Dustin Davis, now he's chasing down the leader. A win would be huge for that 5 team. Boy, we documented, and of course it's only lap 18, I should mention, but we have documented early in the year how these rookies were struggling outside of the Daytona 500. Of course, Chase Miller won that. Then Jordan Anderson became only the second rookie to win a race this season, and that happened, of course, last race. And now two rookies are leading the field over a bunch of veterans back here. As we hit lap 20, one thing we got to keep in mind, look at the lap fall off. 30.933 last time for Jordan Anderson, 30.429 for Dustin Davis, and you see just how much that 78 is just falling off on their lap times, which means pit stops should be coming very soon. This is a very tricky pit road to get onto, as you'll see right here. They essentially got to do an S motion. Oh, the two missed the pit lane. Deja vu, Trevor Collins did that yesterday in the Lift National race, and now Dylan Young has done it here in the Jello Cup race. This is going to put him in quite an odd position. I don't think it should hurt him too much, but it could hurt him a lot. It's going to cost him definitely a few positions. We'll monitor this as you see the rest of the guys back here coming to the pit lane. Oh, the 5 just beat the 78. And Dustin Davis might cycle out to the race lead. This could be huge, and of course we're going to have another pit stop for sure. But the fact that they just did that is, see there, he will cycle to the race lead. So Dustin Davis, the points leader, the undisputed points leader, is leading here at Milwaukee. This is not what his opponents wanted to see. I'm telling you though, here's honestly a bold prediction here. And I've said it, you know, he's been leading the points. He's been averaging about a 9th place. I think he's now averaging about a 9th place finish. It's very rare this 5-team finishes outside the top 10, which is why I think this is unprecedented territory. I said, definitely, once this 5-team gets a win, they could run away with this. They really could. They could open up the floodgates from here. So don't rule that possibility here. That he could just open things up. How's about this? Xavier Rain is having an excellent day going in that 65 for Western New York Autosport. Of course, he's the only WNY Autosport car in the car, or in the not in the car, in the field today. Austin Shaw, Dan Hummel failed to qualify. And this is a good run for him. This team's been up and down all year. It's just not been a good year for this team. Of course, they formed this team last season. They had another rookie last year in this car. This season they got Xavier Rain, who is a Phoenix winner over on the Lift National side. And just looking to get some good results here in the Jello Cup side. But 3 rookies inside the top 3 right now. And of course the rookie leading the field is also the points leader. You see back here, we actually got a battle for 6th. And Zach Fitzwater looks to take it away. And he will. So Zach Fitzwater up to 6th. He's already got 2 wins this season. He won at Phoenix, one of the doubleheader races. And then Zach Fitzwater also won by inches over at Talladega over his friend Mitchell Collins. And he's coming up on another track he's won at before, and that's at Road America. So things are looking on the up and up for that 4 team coming up. We'll see what happens. Dylan Young, we should actually follow up on this story. Of course, Dylan Young missed the pit lane. Started on pole, he missed the pit lane on the first cycle of stops. He falls to 14th on the running order. So he lost a lot more positions than I thought he would. Not a good day going for them so far. Hopefully they can make up the positions on the next cycle of pit stops here. And slowly but surely, that 65's been inching away at Jordan Anderson's second place running. Of course, the Genesee car here looking to have a good run. And meanwhile, Dustin Davis just kind of maintaining his lead right now. No real competition around him at this point. The other thing is, with him leading, he could add a playoff point. He could take away a playoff point from someone like Jordan Anderson right now, who's obviously outside of the top 30. He takes away an extra bonus point. Not that he's really battling Jordan Anderson anywhere remotely in the points right now. But if he takes that away from Jordan Anderson, again, I stress this every single race, and today is going to be no different. 5 playoff points is not going to get you into the playoffs when it's said and done. There are going to be other winners this season. And things are going to change a lot in the coming weeks. But if you have 5 playoff points, you are essentially on a bubble right now. And Jordan Anderson, if he could have led, or if he can lead the most laps when this is said and done today, it could help set him above the rest. I won't quote, don't quote me on it. It could potentially set him above some guys back there. Of course, 1 win can get you in, but the 5 playoff points might not. Patrick Smith, for example, he's won a race. He led the most laps at the Daytona 500. I believe he led the most laps at Sonoma. He's got 8 playoff points with just 1 win. That should be enough to get him in. That's more where I'd feel that safety net, in a sense. Right now, though, probably not feeling a safety net. He falls to 19th. And just kind of running mid-pack today. Oh, we got a lap traffic moment here presented by Mitchell's Memes, and it's by Fitzwater's Angerness, rather. I'm assuming the 21 came to the pit lane, and something's wrong with him. Something's not right with that 21 right now. And Mitchell Collins, he's been close to some wins this season. Of course, we mentioned Talladega. I believe Texas, he also was very close. But no cigar, and you see there, he's still struggling. Let's go and see if we can get a helmet cam. He doesn't have any physical damage that I see. His oil temp might look a little bit high. Maybe he's got an electrical issue that we don't know about. He's running about normal in the corners. The caution's out. 22, Samet Ozkan. And this might not be what Dustin Davis wanted to see. We might see some pit stops here. And I can assure you this is probably what Mitchell Collins wanted to see, is that caution. And some of these other guys is, of course, now they're going to pit here. And it makes actually an easier way to enter pit road. Keep in mind, this is one of the trickiest pit roads to get onto, as Dylan Young could show you very easily. Here, now Fitzwater, will his pit crew help him out? He's done the work and climbed up through the field. Dustin Davis, he's in a prime position here. They can't afford a slip-up on this pit stop. See the left sides go on. Oh, the 78's a little slow on the pit lane. He's going to lose a position. Fitzwater comes out in fourth, but Xavier Rain is now off in second. Let's go see what happened. I should actually correct myself from earlier. I said Austin Shaw didn't make the race when I was talking about how Xavier Rain was running up front as the only Western New York Autosport car. Austin Shaw is in this race. So my apologies to him. He'll probably yell at me next time I see him. But anyway, Samet Ozkan here just dives it in. Looks like the 48 had an issue. And he slides up the track and 22 around after just slamming the back of the 48. Tough break for Samet. We'll take you back to the green here in just a moment. We are coming to the green here with 20 laps of racing to go. When we take the green, it'll be Dustin Davis restarting in the race lead, Xavier Rain in second, Jordan Anderson third, Zach Fitzwater fourth, Mohamed Zain Abdullah in fifth, Diego Yepes sixth, Jesse James in seventh, Ricky Johnson in eighth, Dallas Jordan is ninth, and in 10th is David Paschal. Don't rule out that 4 in fourth. He's going to have a few positions to pick up, and don't even rule out the 65 here as we get back underway at Milwaukee. Keep in mind that 65, he's been working over Jordan Anderson before that caution came out. He looked like he was a little bit faster. So we'll see what he can do now that he's around the 78. Is he faster than the 5 is the big question. You see they're kind of log jammed right now, but Dustin Davis will get out to the lead. Back behind, the battle for third. I had mentioned keep an eye on that 4, because he was crawling his way forward. And now he'll take a straight dive into turns 3 and 4 and hope it sticks. And it might. They're still side by side. And narrowly he gets it that time. Jordan Anderson runs high, he gets a little loose, and he'll lose the position. So now Fitzy will try to chase down the 2 rookies. Keep in mind, the longer the run goes, though, the harder it is to pass. As you see these 2 battling it out. Dustin Davis trying to hang on, but Xavier Rain is really putting the pressure on him. And keep in mind, one thing that should be noted, and this is kind of a odd fact, the 65 team has not won. Keep in mind again, the 65 team, I'm not saying Xavier Rain, the 65 team has not won a race since Patrick Smith's championship season. So they haven't even really been close. I think they fell outside of the top 33 last season at one point with their other driver last year. And this team just hasn't had consistency. So if you wanted to know how good this team was, again, a team is only as good as its driver, and I think that's shown in seasons past. But obviously now, it looks like Xavier Rain is setting himself up pretty nicely. See, he's kind of losing it though, and he'll fall back to Fitzwater. This is going to be a battle for second now. And Fitzwater will dive it in. He'll get to the back tire. And out of turn 2, can he clear coming to turns 3 and 4? Because if he can, and he will. And now he'll have his sights on the guy he calls that guy. Dustin Davis. Boy, he's really going to want to hold off this 4. If he's mad about the that guy comments, he for sure will do whatever it takes to keep that 4 behind him. And keep in mind, if the 4 wins, that would be their 3rd win of the season. The first team to hit 3. And of course, it would put Zach Fitzwater as well in some great company, because he would get his 5th career win if he could do it today. Dustin Davis could get his 1st career win. And for sure, that's what he's thinking about here. You see, Fitzwater's kind of stalled out since getting that 2nd position. Now Mohammed Zain Abdullah has come into the picture. We'll see, can the draft down the backstretch help him? And it looks like it does, because Fitzwater closes here. And he's right there, coming to 10 laps to go. Boy, if he could get his 3rd win of the year and enter a track that he won last year, don't rule out Zach Fitzwater getting 4 or 5 wins before the playoffs, because it certainly would look likely. You see, he kind of backed up in turns 3 and 4, but he might, he only lost a little bit, coming to 9 to go. Is Mohammed Zain Abdullah now up to 4th? Keep an eye on that 17 as well. He won at a mile-long track earlier this year. Of course, that was more of a high-speed one at Dover. And right now, Fitzwater's on the back bumper trying to make something happen. 8 to go. Mohammed Zain Abdullah. He's going to get 3rd. Keep an eye on that 17. He seems to have a long-run car. He could even put the pressure on Zach Fitzwater. Fitzwater's got to come out of this corner. He's got to make something happen. That 17 he knows is fast. Got 7 to go. And I think he knows that 17 is just slightly quicker than him. He's going to try everything right now to make something happen with that 5. And the other thing you can't rule out, we've seen some crazy things in 6 seasons of Jello Cup Series action. And of course, could we see a late race pit stop? That's a possibility. We got 6 laps of racing to go. Don't rule that out. It's a 3-man race, and it definitely looks like the 2 behind Dustin Davis are quick, but they just can't find a way around him. and they just can't get close enough to make a run. That turbulent air seems to not help either of these two back there. And now Mohammed Zain Abdullah is looking for second. And this is why Fitzwater was hoping to make some quick work of that 5. Because now they're side by side for second. Oh man, Mohammed Zain Abdullah almost put the bumper to the 4 to make that pass happen. He'll get second. And we come to 4 to go. And is this a blown opportunity for Fitzwater? Here comes Mohammed Zain Abdullah. He's going to look for the lead. Or could Fitzwater be saving fuel? Entering turns 3 and 4. They're side by side for the lead. Three laps to go. This race is not over. Dustin Davis trying everything he can to hold off the 17 for his first win of the season. But here comes Mohammed Zain Abdullah down the backstretch. He's going to dive it in deep into turns 3 and 4. But he's low. Is he going to pit? He is. Dustin Davis tries to pit, and he hits the pit wall. A huge mistake for the points leader. It'll bring out likely a caution, and it will. Absolute heartbreak for the points leader. A good day, and a very, very rare mistake will now cost him. Zach Fitzwater could be on his way to his 3rd win. Oh my god, even more carnage entering the pit lane. The white flag is out though. It's 1 lap of racing to go, presented by Mitchell's Memes. And it's looking like it's going to be Fitzwater's day here. We're going to see the finish real quick. It will be under caution. Here we go through turns 3 and 4. Do they have to pit? This would be very laughable and a memeable moment if the 4 can't make it around. Oh man, and he's gonna pit. The 66 is gonna pit. The 88 stays out. I don't think it'll matter though. Zach Fitzwater wins at Milwaukee. Congratulations to Fitzwater. He wins it in a wild way, much like at Sonoma, where Patrick Smith got his win and Howie got his win. But Fitzwater wins, and he enters now 2 tracks that he's won at before. Of course, we go to Road America next week, and he's the odds-on favorite to win that race. You can't rule him out there. Of course, we've only run 1 race there, and he was the winner. But let's go see what happened. We mentioned just how tricky this pit road is. You have to be almost perfect to get on here. And Dustin Davis probably should have stayed out. Again, it was way too late to make that commitment. You got to make that commitment in turns 3 and 4. And a very rare rookie mistake by the rookie who's dominating the season. He gets into the pit wall. But he's not the only one. Look at this. Keith Stevens will join him into the pit wall. And this just stacks everybody up entering the pit lane. Sorry, my apologies. And you see there, they just all stack up. And this brings out the caution here. I think someone else might have gotten the pit wall too. No, you just see everybody stalled out just about, maybe out of fuel. And oh, Eric Faden actually got the pit wall too. And this stops everybody at the entrance of the pit lane as well. A tough break for a bunch of these guys. A really, really tough break for Dustin Davis, who looked to be on his way to his first career win. And unfortunately, it's just not meant to be today, and instead he's going to lose some points here in that points battle. We want to thank you for watching. We're going to show you results and standings now, and we'll be back here at Road America. Till then, goodbye everyone.